get started. I'm super excited to dive into all these projects. We have sweaters, and beanies are what I've made for my family. I know a lot of the community doesn't necessarily enjoy knitting things for others per se, but some do, but others have a hard time with it. I'm kind of in the middle. I think my thoughts on gifting, and I love gifting. I love really getting things for people and thinking about it and getting them like the perfect gift. Since I've picked up knitting, I've definitely tried to live more sustainably, buying less crap. And that also goes for gifting. Now, does gifting some little trinket mean it's crap, or gifting them a nice cup mean it's crap? No, but making sure that they use it, like there's nuances to gifting. But I have kind of shifted to gifting handmade items for my immediate family, only the ones that I know will get use out of it. So it's been my mom, basically. So let's get started. Okay, I'll do a close-up, but this is the first sweater that I ever knit for my mom. This is actually the first thing that I ever knit for my mom. Now, granted, it wasn't originally for my mom. This was gonna be for me, actually, and then I started to be like, you know what, no, and it was around the time of her birthday, so I decided to shift and make it exclusively for her. This is the Moby sweater by Petite Knit. This is the first cabled, is this the first cabled sweater? No, this is not the first cabled sweater. This, I couldn't even tell you the yarn because unfortunately it's an acrylic yarn. I was buying what I could at the time. Where I lived, I didn't want to order it. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things to say. And this is not perfect, but I did make a cute little like tag, which is fun. But she's cute. She got the job done. It was a birthday gift. I mean, it is beautiful. It is a beautiful piece. Now, I don't think it was blocked. I don't know. I don't have much to say about this because mainly like the yarn and the time I was doing, it was just a weird time in my life when I knit this sweater. But she's beautiful, and this was the first sweater that I ever gave my mom for her birthday. Moving on to this lovely piece, which I haven't seen her wear, so I need to remind her to wear this because this is actually a perfect lightweight summer cardigan. So this is actually my third Daydreamer cardigan by Kuda Vikika that I've ever knit. I truly love that pattern. It's basically the Cezanne. When everyone was going crazy for that Cezanne cardigan, this is the Cezanne cardigan dupe. And I've made it with tons of different yarn combinations. This was made with Drops Air, which I think it turned out really nice. It turned out a lot more lightweight, like extremely lightweight compared to the other cardigans I've made, Daydreamer cardigans. My first Daydreamer was Drops Melody and Drops Alpaca Silk, and that one's nice. It's pretty fuzzy and like, it's definitely different than this. And then the second one I made was with, I think, like Lima and Alpaca Silk, and it's extremely thick and heavy. Still super cute. They kind of all like have a different vibe, even though it's the same pattern. So yes, this is Drops Air. And I think I was able, because this wasn't a gift, this was, hey, I really like that sweater you made. Can you make me one? I'm like, yeah, buy the yarn and I'll do it. And I only do that with like my mom and dad if he asked, but he doesn't usually ask. But I know I made a TikTok and it was kind of along the lines of like, oh, if I buy the yarn, will you knit me the sweater? And if like anyone asked me that, I'd be like, well, no. And I know a lot of people feel the same, but if my parents ask, it's an immediate yes, like obviously. So yeah, we used some mother of pearl buttons, which are super pretty and delicate. This is honestly just such a nice little summer sweater, and I actually need to tell her to wear this more. I think she forgets about it. But I love this pattern, honestly. I would make another one. Now on to the most recent knit. This was her Christmas gift from 2024, and she's truly so beautiful. This, let me check because it was in the Sandnesgarn. This is the Anna sweater from Sandnesgarn. This is book 72. And honestly, it was one of those things where it was like, oh my god, I got this book. I'd already made a sweater from it. I wanted to work through it. There are beautiful colorwork sweaters in this book. And I was like, hey, check it out. Like, what would you like? Because now we're getting down to, I will only make something with your approval and like color approval, and like I'll go around it kind of sneakily, but I need to know that you will wear it. And like, I know her style, but I just want to make sure, because it's a lot of work, and it's really important to me that everything that's knit gets worn, because if not, it's a waste. It doesn't matter like that you spent time doing it and enjoyed it. You should still get some wear out of it. Just saying. So yes, this is a bottom up yoke style. I'm not a bottom up fan, and both of my recent designs are bottom up, which I find so funny, but it really, the bottom up I understand now is like for design purposes. Like there are elements that need to be constructed bottom up. This one, it doesn't, but whatever. Honestly, I might have been able to figure this out top down. Anyways, it's a beautiful yoke. The design, she's gorgeous. My mom would have liked a little bit of extra length, which I think is my hardest part when doing a bottom up sweater, because I just can't tell. I haven't done them enough. Top down is so easy to figure out the length, but I mean, maybe at some point I could extend it. I just didn't have yarn, and I don't know. It's summer now, so I'm not thinking about it. I used two types of yarns for this. I used Cascade 220. I don't know if I used the superwash or not, but the main the main yarn is Cascade 220 because it was more bang for my buck. And then the colors are Sandnesgarn Pure Gint. Yes, Pure Gint. I love the colors. They're so beautiful. And honestly, this sweater really did turn out gorgeous. And she's a perfect holiday sweater. Oh my god, I didn't even think about Christmas knitting plans, because we kind of need to like start getting on that. Anyways, this is a beauty, the Anna sweater. This is the most recent. Now, moving on to things I knit for my dad. This was the first sweater that I've knit for my dad. This was his birthday present or Christmas present, I can't remember. So it's so lovely when birthdays and Christmas are around the same time for people. That's what it is for my family. So there's 5 people in my family. One is the outlier, born in April. And then the rest of us are, my mom is November. Me, my youngest brother, and my dad are all December. So December 1st, December 19th, and then my dad's the 29th. So knitting things for my parents for their birthday and Christmas, I usually don't do it. And if I do, it'll be like, oh, a beanie here and like maybe something like a sweater there. Or I'll actually get them a present if they've like hinted at something they've wanted. So yes, this was either Christmas or birthday. I can't remember when I finished it. This is the Petite Knit men's zipper sweater. I believe I also used Cascade 220 for this. Now there's so many Cascade 220s, so I can't remember the distinction between them. But honestly, this sweater is also beautiful. It was my first time doing a zipper. And honestly, I don't think it looks half bad. Like I chose a really nice zipper. Where did I get this zipper from? I don't know, but it's like a really nice zipper. And it was hard getting measurements. I kind of pulled a sweater from my dad's closet because I really didn't want him to know about this. And the same for my mom. Like, so hard to get the length and everything perfect for someone, because I do think tailor-made like is nice. I'm not gonna go by the pattern because I know my dad's arms are longer and his stomach is a bit bigger. So you just need a bit more, but he's still like an extra large. but all sizes. Like, it's so much nicer to have something that's truly made for you. So I need to add more to the length for this one as well. I think the arms were okay, but yeah. Anyways, this was a beautiful project. I mean, it freaking took forever. It is a men's extra large, which is just a lot of work, but it really turned out beautiful. And I definitely, and I picked a color that he didn't have in his closet. So it's really nice. Now, I've seen people, I've seen Alexandra's yarn, like in vlogs from like years ago, gift people like a box of the yarn and saying, I'm gonna make you this. And that sounds great in theory, and then you can like measure it out and they know, but like having them wait like 2 months for the gift, like it's good to be able to like get the sweater perfect the first time around, but I don't know, because a lot happens post holidays, so I just don't think I would end up doing that, but it's like a good idea at the same time. So I don't know. Beautiful though. Let's move on to accessories. Now, for the first couple of years where I started like gifting, I really would just do accessories because of monetary constraint. Let's be honest. Knitting a sweater is not cheap, and I guess you can try and do it cheaply, but at the time I didn't really understand that, and also ordering cheaper yarns from abroad does take time. So we did beanies. So this beanie pattern is the Better Together pattern by Melina Polina, and it has been my go-to beanie pattern for years, honestly. And I have made this pattern with non-suggested yarn. Like, I've made it with literally so many different types of yarns. Originally, I believe the beanie calls for like a worsted alpaca, and like maybe even a mohair. And I did make it, actually no, I don't think I've ever made it in truly the suggested yarn, which you don't have to do that, but it does call for like fluffier-esque yarns. But I've been able to work out just like any kind of yarn for it. It's one of the beanies that, you know, you stuff inside. I like it because it's super thick and it just feels like a nice, good quality beanie. So for my dad, I did his school colors in one. And then this one was for my brother back when he was like little, so he ain't wearing this. But it's, yeah, like a 2x2 rib for the brim. And it's just a great overall beanie pattern. It's super beginner friendly and it's really pretty. So these were two. I don't remember the yarn. Actually, these might be haiku yarns, which is kind of like, I don't know, they're really soft and it's just a wool. Now, I didn't gauge swatch this, clearly. It's freaking ginormous. This was like my dad's gift for like 2 years ago, I think. This is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit. 0 gauge on this sucker. But I believe I used like Sunday, Santa's Scarn Sunday. I mean, like, yeah, I really dropped the ball on this one, but my dad loves it. He's like, I like that it's not tight, but it's like big enough to, you know, keep everything warm. But yes, this is the Oslo hat by Petite Knit, and I think I've since made another one with proper gauge, but... And last, this is the Weekender beanie by Petite Knit. One year I just did all beanies for everyone and used really nice Santa's Scarn yarn, and this one is honestly so beautiful. Like, I think I need to make this for myself. I really like this beanie. It's a 1x1 rib all over. This was for my mom, if I didn't say. And I used Santa's Scarn Sunday and the mohair. and she's beautiful. Love. So that is everything that I have knit for other people, and joy that it brings spending so much time on something and giving it to someone and seeing them wear it and seeing them love it is amazing. Like, I feel like it feels better to make something for someone and gift it to them than just buying a gift. No, I love gifting, period, but I've really enjoyed making things for others. People that appreciate it, though. I don't waste my time with people that wouldn't appreciate it, or also I don't want to force people to appreciate it. I think that's kind of like, you can't force someone to care more about something than you do, if that makes sense. And you kind of just have to accept that some people don't really care or understand, and you can't like force them or you can't force them to understand and to care more about the garment that you made for them, or whatever craft it is. If it's a blanket, a quilt, like anything, you can't make someone care more than you care. And so that really means you just don't make it. Just don't make it for them. Gift them something else, whatever. Like one of my brothers, I don't make anything for him because I know he doesn't really, it sounds so rude to say it doesn't have the capacity to care, but like, it's kind of true. Like, it's just not his thing, and I totally understand it. And then my other brother, like, he's not gonna wear a beanie, so I made him one beanie once and he didn't wear it, and like, that's fine. Like, he's a boy, he's a teenage boy, whatever. But you just have to, pick your battles and set boundaries when it comes to that stuff, and then you won't be disappointed, and it won't be a problem for anyone, and there won't be any ill will. So, little life lesson. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment which project was your favorite, and if you've knitted any of these things, and if you've knitted for other people, and if you like doing it or if you don't like doing it. Let me know. Let's chat in the comments. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe. And go ahead and follow me on TikTok at natdog. That's where I do a bit more content. And also check out noteselfstudio.com. I'm going to be launching my first pattern in a couple weeks, the mock top, and I am super excited, and I have more patterns to come. I have a lot going on, and it's really exciting. So yeah, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Love you.